tell you what, having rubber boots is something that I'd highly recommend.
This week on Kentucky Afield, we're river fishing for one of the state's tastiest fish, the sauger.
Looky there.
Next, we'll head to a wildlife management area and do something that many people think is only a prank.
Uh-oh.
We're snipe hunting.
Oh, good catch, get on.
Then, we're going to show you something that you can do to help out the turkey population on your property. It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
Such a pretty fish.
Beautiful.
This pond is plumb loaded with frogs.
They're everywhere in here. Yeah, this is a good fish right here. Really good fish.
Come here, girl.
Yeah, boy. That's a big rabbit.
Nice job. Yes! Yes! My first muskie. Mercy Leo!
Yeah, look at it, it's a keeper.
There it goes! Boom!
Wow, that happened fast.
Hello, and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. Fishing in the springtime on a river can be super productive, but many times success depends on catching the water conditions when they're just right. Well, I was sitting around the office today and had about 2 hours to kill, and hey, it's nice outside. Spring is here, the fish are starting to bite, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go run and check on the river. I love to stream and river fish, but in the springtime, what you turn into is a situation where the river or a stream might be perfect for 24 hours, 48-hour period, and then all of a sudden you get the spring rains and it pushes the water up, stains it up, and might be blown out for a week or two. There's nothing better than going and looking at the water, seeing the watercolor, checking out the flow and the height with your own eyes. So that's what I'm gonna do today. It's a real quick trip. Hopefully the river looks right, which is looking good so far. We can pull a couple sauger in because there's nothing better on the plate than a sauger. Well, my first thought is that the watercolor looks great. It's a little high, but when you get a lot of flow, you gotta go up in your weight to keep your bait on the very, 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 very bottom. That's the one thing about sauger fishing or sawguy fishing, that if you're fishing up in the water column, it's really hard to catch them. You need to be on the bottom. So I may have to go up and wait a little bit, keep this bait pegged to the bottom, but otherwise, this looks possible today. We'll see what happens. Well, I believe cast number one resulted in a hang up. I tell you what, when you get hung up like this, instead of jerking and snapping and popping, if you'll just grab your line and give a constant, steady tug, most of the times you'll get that lure back. This is a 3/8 ounce head and it has a fairly light wire hook. The reason I like that is because when you're fishing the river, you're going to get hung up constantly. So when this hook opens up and allows me to get my lure back, I can just pinch it back down and be right back in business without having to retie. I tell you what, having rubber boots is something that I'd highly recommend. Being able to come out in the water and access the fish a lot easier when you can move out into the water. Oh, here we go. It just broke. That's the thing about fishing down here. There's so many fish in this stream that's got teeth, and so who knows what that could have been. The heck is this? It's not fighting like a fish. Oh, it's a stick. We got something. I don't know what it is, but we got something. Looky there. That is a Sauger for sure. Look at the barring on that fish. Look how beautiful that fish is. It's a 14-inch size limit. We're gonna check this to see how close this is, because I'll tell you what, if this fish is over 14 inches, it doesn't get any better. This is some of the best tasting fish you'll ever eat in your entire life. Look how toothy they are. If you get your line in there, they can take that line and they can cut it too. This is a pretty healthy fish. Let's see how long this one is. Look at that, a little over 16 inches long. Plenty good size to keep, perfect meal, very nice. Located in Lincoln County, 18 miles southeast of Danville, is Cedar Creek Lake WMA. This wildlife management area is nearly 800 acres and offers excellent hunting opportunities for waterfowl and small game. Consisting of gently sloping hills and a 300-foot buffer zone surrounding the lake, the property supports healthy populations of squirrel and rabbits in forested and open areas. During the spring and fall migration, Cedar Creek Lake supports good to moderate populations of waterfowl. Also, don't forget the lake provides excellent opportunities for fishing and other water-related activities. Also located in Lincoln County, less than 2 miles from Cedar Creek Lake WMA, is the Dix River Wma. This property consists of 400 acres of flat bottomlands that supports populations of turkey, rabbit, and squirrel. Running through the property is Dix River and Mudlick Creek, which provide great fishing opportunities. Its forested and open areas provide great hunting opportunities for small game, turkey, and deer. Please take note that both Cedar Creek Lake WMA and Dix River WMA are not open to modern gun season for deer. Be sure to reference the fall hunting and trapping guides for additional information concerning hunting seasons. Remember that wildlife management area users must abide by the Kentucky hunting, trapping, and fishing regulations. Also keep in mind that regulations on WMAs often differ from statewide regulations, so be sure to review the hunting guide or website for the specific WMA that you are hunting. For more information about these WMAs or the latest regulations that pertain to them, visit our website at fw.ky.gov or call 1-800-858-1549. One of the most interesting things I've seen in the outdoors here in the state of Kentucky was the mating ritual of a male woodcock. Now let's go meet up with biologist Wes Little and find out more. This evening we're out here at Miller Welch, just south of Richmond, and I'm here with Wes Little, who's a migratory bird biologist. We're doing something kind of unique. This is something different tonight.
Going snipe hunting.
Snipe hunting. Well, really we're trying to find what type of bird?
It's the American woodcock.
American woodcock.
So you've heard of snipe hunting, you send your buddy out with a flashlight and a pillowcase. We're going out with a big flashlight. We're looking for these birds. They blend into the ground. They're very hard to see. You listen for their calls, kind of get in the area where they are and sneak up in the lights and try to catch them.
Tonight we've got some ATVs with some flashlights and some lights on there. And you're going to catch them actually with a net. And if you get one down on the ground, we're going to band it. And that just helps tell about migration, how far they're going, harvest information, because it is a game bird.
It is a game bird, and it's a secretive game bird. It's small, it's very well camouflaged. Just wait till you see them tonight. You'll be right on top of them and you won't even know it.
Yeah.
And we don't always hear them at first, so you can see there's shooting lanes here. This is why we're at this WMA. These shooting lanes in between them, I mean, it's a mess, right? That's shrubby. Good rabbit cover is good woodcock cover. They like this grown up woolly fields. They like to have an early successional forest or a thick, dense, young growth forest nearby. That's where they stay during the day. And this WMA itself has really wet soils, which is conducive for them hunting earthworms. So we're gonna drive these strips, we're gonna listen for the birds. Sometimes you never hear them, and all of a sudden they're right in front of you, like, where did that thing come from? So that's the plan. We'll ride the shooting lanes, we'll listen for birds, and then we'll try to sneak up and catch a couple.
All right, well, let's get after it.
All right.
This way. It's close. Hear that?
I think he's over there, which is good. Oh, there might be two.
This bird's about ready to shoot up in the sky. And when it goes up and starts its aerial display, we're gonna try to to see as much of that as we can while moving as close as we can to where it takes off. So that when it comes back down, we'll be right there in front of it.
All right, let's go up closer. All right, come here, Chad. Right here.
Just landed right beside us. Right in the middle. I can see it plain as day right there.
Pretty cool.
That is really cool.
I mean, I think they look like little miniature turkeys. They've got their own strut. They don't fluff out the same way, but it's very similar to a turkey tom, strutting for a hen. They're nocturnal. Their eyes are set really high up on their head, so they can still see almost 360 degrees while their beak is in the ground. That's why we have to wait for it to be fully dark. They're adapted for night vision.
We've got to see how this bird acts, what it does during its mating season. Here's some really cool characteristics. Now, let's go get on the ATV and get an up-close look.
Sounds good.
I'd like to see one right there in my hand.
Uh-oh. Oh, good catch. Get on it. Get on it. Get on it. All right.
Well, I'm impressed. Your very first attempt to get this bird, you got it.
She's a pro.
Oh, he's puffed up too.
Oh yeah, look at this. It's got its tail up. This is giving its mating dance look to it. It's almost like a turkey, like it's puffed up. Look at the beak we were talking about. Look how long that beak is. What a cool looking bird. Now, has this bird been banded? Nope. So this will be a brand new banded bird.
We get very few recaptures in I've been doing this here for 6 or 7 years now, and I've caught one bird, a recapture, and I'd caught it the night before.
Oh, wow. Hunter, you came down here. This bird looked like it wasn't 6 feet from the front of the ATV. When you got the net out and was able to get that net on top of the bird, it looked pretty easy.
It looks easy. You gotta lose so many birds to get one.
You did great. The idea now is to put this little band on its leg, and then if anyone ever harvests one of these birds or finds this bird, report online.
Right.
And then you find some information out about where it was banded, right?
That's right. So each one of these birds will have a unique number. Every single bird that's banded gets a unique number. When a hunter gets it, it will go to www.reportband.gov.
Okay.
And then he can enter the county, like the exact location of the harvest. They'll report to the hunter, this bird was banded as an adult in March of 2022 or whatever. They're a really neat bird. You know, you mentioned the turkey tail and that beak. It's unlike any other beak in the bird world, especially in Kentucky. A lot of people will say, you know, when God was building animals, he took the leftover parts and put it on the woodcock.
I thought that was a platypus.
Yeah, exactly. It just we don't have platypus in Kentucky, so this is our oddball. So everything about them is just different than every other bird. We're going to check out the wing, and this is where we'll determine how old it is. These are their flight feathers, and those outer 3 feathers, see how skinny they are? And they've got that little notch in them. Those are the feathers that made that Twitter call when they're doing their sky dance. When you get into these feathers, there's on the juvenile birds, there's a distinct black line that separates the inside of the feather from that buffy tip. This is an adult bird. It's at least 2 years old.
Look how beautiful the tail feathers are.
That's my favorite part of the bird. That's this little miniature turkey fan.
It's got a turkey fan. Look at the little white tips, and then look at this just beautiful puffy little feathers down there on this bird. Such a pretty bird. But it looks like you did a great job of catching it. They got some new hardware on it, some bling.
You want to do the honors?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I'd love to. All right, so we'll see how this bird takes off. Look how pretty its wings are. Ready? There it goes. Wow, isn't that cool? So we'll see if we can get another. Woo! There you go. This one's right out in the middle.
Oh,
huh?
we got a snipe, huh? So, looks very similar
Yeah, but it's a much smaller
to the
bird.
woodcock. He's gonna be smaller, more streamlined, but the biggest difference are the stripes on his head. The
Okay.
woodcock, they go across.
You know, as kids, you hear people talk about snipe hunting, and usually they're kind of joking about getting somebody out in the woods, but there is a such thing as snipe hunting, and this is the type of bird that they're talking about going out and going after, right?
That's the common or Wilson's snipe is the proper name for it. Their tail's gonna be a little different. It's not a fan-tailed bird like the woodcock, but the snipes they're a true shorebird species. It's like this snipe, you know, we're in mucky stuff right here. They probe like the woodcock do, but they're not as specialist for earthworms as the woodcocks are. Snipe are going to pick up other bugs as well. And I can band them. I've got the right size bands, but we don't have a project going, so let this guy go.
Very cool. But if you're looking at it through a light pulling up and it's all hidden and you see this bird, you immediately think, oh, it's a woodcock, let's go after it.
I thought it was a woodcock until we caught him.
It was an accidental catch, but a really cool one.
It is. We'll let this guy go and let him get back to his business. Oh, there he goes.
Well, Wes, I appreciate your time. I have a whole new respect for American woodcock. And I'll tell you what, I'd like to see a dog come up and maybe we'll get in the field someday and try to go after them that way.
I hope so.
Thanks again, it was a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming.
How can a great coon dog increase your chances of harvesting a turkey next spring? Well, it all starts with controlling your nest raiders. Well, Nick, we're a long way from Knox County.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, you told me you travel all over the state to chase raccoons, huh?
Yeah, we travel about everywhere.
I've seen some pictures of this dog, and this has been a pretty special dog for you. She
Yeah.
doesn't know me, she's getting to know me now, isn't she?
She's friends with anybody she meets.
What kind of dog you got here? What's her name?
Allie.
Allie, okay.
She's an American Blue Tick.
And now this dog here has actually won some awards, hasn't she?
Yeah, she won the Grand American back in 2017. A couple other hunts she's placed real good at.
You actually brought some friends with you. You actually are in partners with this dog, right?
Yep.
You know, that's kind of a good way to do it, because to get a dog to this level, to win that type of award, she's got to be out working quite a bit. You're not going to go twice a month and get a dog to this level, are you?
Yeah, it takes everybody, you know, to run them in the hunts and everything and keep them where they need to be. I'll cut her right through here.
Tell me the perfect coon hunting situation. What are you really looking for?
Above freezing this time of year.
Yeah.
Dark night.
Low wind, probably?
Yeah.
A lot of times some of your best nights are actually in the summer. I know a lot of people don't like summer hunting. We got snakes where we actually live, but a lot of times, you know, around cornfields and stuff, just actually running dogs, not killing coons, but just running dogs, man, those cornfield hunts are fun too.
Oh yeah, I bet.
The red line right here, that's Allie's track. Shows her down in this holler here off around the point. Little blue arrow, that's us. That'll track us. That way if we need to walk back out the way we came in or anything, you can always look at it. You hear the difference in her track bark there. She'll throw 2 or 3 of those and then she'll kind of roll it over to a little more steady of a chop.
And what's that telling you?
It tells me that she's treed.
Okay, oh, she's treed right now. How far out is she? 4 or 5?
462.
All right, well, I guess we'll start moving that direction, huh?
There, see it.
You already see the raccoon?
Yeah, coon's right there in that fork. That's a good sized coon.
I can see it sitting right there. I haven't seen his face, but I definitely see the coon.
Yeah, there's 2 of them up there.
Oh, is there 2?
One right there in the main part of the tree is the big one.
She's excited.
You ready?
There we go. That's just a reward.
Yeah, that's made her night. She's happy.
We got a second coon in this tree here, and we really don't want this dog to come back to this tree right now and keep continuing to come back to the tree and re-tree it. So we're gonna cut Allie loose and get her out. But this landowner is seeing a ton of raccoons. He's overrun with raccoons, and his turkey population is suffering because of it. So we're gonna cut her loose and get her going, and then come back and go ahead and get this one out too. Here we go. It's all part of your management plan for your property. And that is, you gotta have a good balance of predators, you gotta have a good balance of wildlife, and this is a situation where the balance is a little out of whack. Not enough turkeys and way too many raccoons.
She's up to the right up here at this holler. She's about 180 yards from where we're at right now. Let's say that made it home, didn't it?
She on a den tree?
Yeah. Right here it sits, boys.
You can see it?
Yeah, it's inside the den.
Oh yeah, sure is. Well, we're gonna get the dog, move her away. Obviously, this was a success. She treed a raccoon right here in this tree, but in this situation, you gotta just tip your hat to the raccoon and say, well, you made it home. You know, you could take a shot and kill that raccoon, but that's not an ethical shot, and we're not about to do that. We're gonna move on up and set her loose again. Your girlfriend that reached out to us, she has a little girl that you take hunting some as well, right?
Yeah. She gets to go with me a lot around the house and stuff, and she's all about it. She really enjoys it. We can go right out the back door and be in, you know, some pretty big mountains, and we'll go back there, you know, turkey scouting. She loves hearing them gobble, and we'll hunt for sheds.
Well, that's the good thing is, you know, usually if you really don't like to hunt and fish, it's either you've never been exposed to it or you didn't have the right mentor that had the patience with you when you're little. Yep. Because if you get with the right person and you get out and you do this, you're gonna like it. I mean,
yeah, it gets in your blood, definitely.
Yeah. Looks like she's only about 200 yards right here this way, so she's treed. Let's hope it's not a den.
Is she on that seat? Oh, she's on that vine.
She's pretty sure of herself.
Yeah, it's a coon right there, ain't it? Yep. Right there's a coon.
There he is, boy. There he is. Look at that. Nice job. Allie's got him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, guys, that dog did a great job tonight. On a really short work night, we come out here and she treed 4 coons. We ended up getting 3. We saw coons on every time she was treed. There wasn't a situation where we never saw a coon. So we know that there was not one time she cold trailed.
Yeah, she done a good job. Kind of bad weather out tonight, a little cold.
Makes it rough for a dog. She showed me a lot of game on a little bit of acreage tonight.
Yep.
So she really did a great job. I know you guys got a haul tonight to get back home. Thanks again for coming out and making a quick night's work out and getting quite a few coons treed, so it was fantastic.
We appreciate y'all having us up here. We had a great hunt, great time with y'all.
Now let's check in and see who else has been out having fun in this week's Ones That Didn't Get Away. Check out this beautiful smallmouth bass that was caught by 8-year-old Landon Jordan. This fish was caught at Lake Cumberland while crappie fishing. Congratulations. 3-year-old Nathan Howard knows where to go to catch some fish. That's at a Finn's Lake. He caught these in Fayette County while fishing with his grandfather. Check out Eli Ollinger here with his first fish ever, a nice bluegill that he caught at Nolan Lake while fishing with his papaw John. Mason Ison caught this nice blue catfish that's nearly 39 inches long while setting noodles on Taylorsville Lake. He likes to do this with his papaw. Nice job. Check out this giant largemouth bass that was caught by Kylie Stone of Henderson, Kentucky. This fish was caught at Diamond Lake near Owensboro, Kentucky and was released. Check out this nice largemouth bass caught by Cooper and Berge. This fish was caught at Carrefour Lake. Nice job. Hey, do you know someone who needs to complete their hunter safety course? They can go to fw.ky.gov and find out more information. Don't let the fall sneak up on you. And remember, hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Until next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.